everything that we're doing passionately is always for other people and never for ourselves. If you're angry, be fucking angry. If you're sad, be fucking sad. If you're depressed, be fucking depressed. You are so much more free, like, because you have so much to offer to this world. And I don't mean it like I loved it's a wig. It's literally a wig. I wanted to come on here and talk about how you need to express yourself authentically each and every single day. I saw a quote the other day that was like, or people love passionate people until they realize they're passionate about everything. And how can I expect to claim myself as a passionate person and as somebody who loves deeply and lives life deeply if I can't even do it for myself? A lot of us claim to be lovers and like passionate people, and we're people that we go all in on somebody. We go all in on somebody. We go all in our friends, our friendships, our parents, our uncles, our aunts. Everything that we're doing passionately is always for other people and never for ourselves. So can we really say we are people of passion? Can we really call ourselves lovers if we're not loving the one thing that is most important to be loving? If we're not passionate towards the one thing that matters the most, which is ourselves.
She ate.
Can we really say that? And you know, like, I really think that like in this life we've been so conditioned to hide our emotions, hide our feelings, and hide how passionate we truly are about life and how passionate we truly are about ourselves and even other people. It's even shamed upon to be so passionately in love with somebody that you're almost chasing them. Of course, you should never be doing it at the cost of your self-respect, but in this dating world, everyone's like, and in the friendship world, to be honest too, everyone's like, don't do too much, don't show too much, don't express yourself too much, don't wear your heart on your sleeve anymore, you'll get broken. But what if I dared you to challenge the narrative of wearing your heart on your sleeve will get your heart broken and all of the above that I just mentioned? What if instead you could still be passionately in love with life and yourself and with other people without the cost of your own self-respect? Because in doing so and living your life passionately, you are actually respecting yourself the most. You are actually loving yourself the most because you are not doing it to expect passion back from other people or anything like that. You are doing it because that's just the authentic expression of your creative and true self. Like, for example, I noticed that I'm not really the best at expressing myself with other people. And I noticed that sometimes I tend to hold back. I've held back so many times in the past, honestly. Like, I really, really have. Like, and I have many regrets, honestly. There's so many people, all the people who are no longer in my life right now, there's so many things I wish I could say to them. There's so many letters that I've drafted that I've never sent. So many unspoken words, so much unspoken love that I had for these people. I feel like for a lot of people, I never let them know how much they truly meant to me. And a lot of these people in my life, they did me dirty, right? A lot of them did me wrong, and that's why they're not in my life. But at the same time, I do wish that I showed them and told them how much I loved them, because then there wouldn't be so much built up resentment and anger in myself. And most importantly, I wish I could tell them at the end of the day how much I loved myself, how much I loved how much I'm like, oh my god right now, how much I loved myself, to not stay with them longer than was necessary, to not put up with the bullshit that they put me through. And just as they told me that they wouldn't put up with some bullshit I put them through, period. They were passionately about that, and I should have been passionate about not putting up with bullshit that they were putting me through and that they were doing. Nobody's fucking perfect, okay? Nobody's perfect. But for me to not passionately express myself and passionately express that I deserve so much and I deserve the world, and I want you to give that to me because I want to give it to you too, you know? And anyways, and I honestly, as I was saying, I have a good amount of regrets. There's so many friends, ex-lovers, ex-best friends, that there's so many things that I wish I could have said to. So many times that I wish I would have stood up for myself, that I wish I would have told them how much they would show me that they loved me. There's so many times that I wished that I told them straight to their face that I feel like the way that we are acting right now, it feels like I love you more than you love me, and I feel like I'm more willing to work this out than you. And why is that? Like, there's so many questions, so many unanswered stuff, like, and I'm sure even some of the things we're saying right now, just now, are stuff that hits home for you guys too. There's some things that you wish you could have said to people. There's some career opportunities or just opportunities in life that you wish you took advantage of. There's some cities you wish you moved to. But that's what I'm saying. Let this be your awakening to do everything passionately, because when you do everything passionately, when you wear your heart on your sleeve, you are so much more free. Like, literally so much more free. When you tell that person, hey, you're handsome, or hey, I love you, or hey, I love your hair, like, you just walk around feeling free because you are truly expressing yourself. You are truly connecting with everyone around you. And when you do things so passionately, when you express yourself so passionately, so deeply, that you are so free, you're literally living life the way that it's supposed to be lived. Look at somebody like Alyssa Liu. Like, she is so passionate in what she does. She expresses herself authentically, and like, her outlook on life is just amazing, right? And we all like admire her, and we have to look deeper and think, why do we admire her? It's because she's such a passionate person, because she puts passion in everything that she does. And I challenge you to start doing the same. You need to start putting passion in everything that you're doing as well in your day-to-day life, whether that's how you wake up, how you go to sleep. Do everything with passion and express yourself authentically. Don't hold yourself back. That's what I'm trying to say. Do not hold yourself back, because you have so much to offer to this world. And I don't mean in a capitalistic, materialistic sense or in a monetary sense. Like, you have so much inherent value. Your ideas are worth more than millions and billions and trillions could ever describe. Your love is infinite. Your love could heal wounds that white man's medicine will never touch. Like, and I want to inspire you guys, and even myself, on my shortcomings where I haven't been passionately free enough. I challenge you literally to be passionately free enough. Be passionately free enough in everything you do, whether that's your hobbies, whether that's your career, whether that's your friends, whether that's your family, whether that's your lover. Do it all passionately, because when you are expressing yourself passionately and not holding yourself back, you are truly free. Because what else is there left for you? There's no regrets. Things will unfold the way that they're meant to, because you're doing exactly what you feel like you're meant to do. And it's like, really, I feel like that simple almost.
Okay, quick pause. So I forgot to include this in the video, but I did want to say this might be the most important takeaway from this entire video. You need to understand why you have problems passionately expressing yourself in anything else besides love. You need to ask why, because there's always a background and foundation for what built up this need to kind of hold yourself back and to not express yourself passionately and authentically the way that you should be doing in every area of your life. What are you scared of if you do passionately express yourself? Have you passionately expressed yourself before in many areas of your life only to get the door slammed in your face? Was it when you were a child and your needs were not met every time you tried to express yourself about anything? It was always shut down by your mom or your father or your family and made to feel like your expression of yourself was something that didn't matter and was not going to ever matter. For me, that was something that I found. But the reason why I had trouble expressing myself to people and in my life was because of my father and the conditioning that I had growing up. So ask yourself the question, what is it for you?
Everyone loves passionate people until they realize they're passionate about every single thing. You need to be like that. Aspire to be like that, bro. If you're angry, be fucking angry. If you're sad, be fucking sad. If you're depressed, be fucking depressed. But obviously pick yourself back up afterwards, because the more you allow yourself to feel these emotions deeper, the more free that you'll feel. The more aligned your mind, body, and soul will be. Because every emotion that you suppress mentally and emotionally, it'll stay suppressed in your body, and your body's way of letting that out is through like crying, screaming, expressing yourself, going for a run, like crying again, and a lot of times. So and that's your wave's body of like letting go of all of these emotions that no longer serve you, and all of these emotions still that are very valid, because they once showed how you felt about the world and about situations and about people. So live them. Live your truth and passionately express yourself in every form of emotion, not just love. Crazy stuff is going to happen sometimes in life, like things are not going to work out exactly the way that maybe we thought they had. But can we really have any regrets at the end of the day if we were expressing ourselves organically, passionately, and authentically to the best of our abilities in all of those given moments? How can we sit there and truly regret it? Because if it was meant to happen, it would have happened when we were in the process of expressing ourselves organically. When you just live passionately, you're so much more guilt-free, so much more regret-free. A lot of people's unhappiness truly stems from mistakes and from things that they did in the past, and for the anxiety of the future. There's another quote I saw where it's like, the unhappiness that people experience truly is related to the disconnectedness that they have from the present, from themselves, and from being passionately, authentically true to them. And that gets lost when someone is worrying about the past and trying to predict the future, right? We cannot do all of these things at once and expect ourselves to be happy. So literally You just have to be able to express yourself. And when I say express yourself, that can look different for everybody. I feel like the whole thing with expressing yourself and being passionate has turned into very much like a romantic, artistic way of living. Like in the sense of like, I'm living. Okay. And when I say express yourself, also major quality upgrade. When I say express yourself too, I don't just mean like I was saying, I feel like it's been turned into something very like sensual, romantic, and like kind of artistic. But being passionate and like expressing yourself doesn't have to just be in like art forms. It doesn't have to just be in like you painting or you drawing or writing. Like expressing yourself and being a passionate person literally can come in all forms. Like, and it should come in all forms, and that should be normalized, and you should normalize it for yourself. Expressing yourself passionately literally doesn't have to be about like love and all of that. Like it literally can also be about how you passionately express yourself in a day-to-day basis. Like this can literally look like you waking up a few minutes earlier to make your cup of coffee and decorating it nicely, or like, you know, adding like just taking that time to sit down with your cup of coffee, read that cup of book, walk your dog, or like, you know, sit with your cat while you observe the birds and stuff like that. Like passionately express yourself and live your life. Like if you've always wanted to watch the sunrise early morning, but obviously you're tired from work all the time, wake up and watch it from your porch, watch it from your front yard, take a walk around your like city if it's safe, you know, like your neighborhood, and you can still watch the sunrise like that, you know. Like find compromises in a way where you're staying true to yourself, but you're still expressing your deepest desires in a way that's not harming anyone either, including yourself. So it's like express yourself passionately when you're with people, when you're with yourself, your day-to-day habits, when you are even just like living your life, essentially, like literally like living your life. Like if you have a car that you don't really like, you can express yourself passionately by decorating the inside of it with like cute trinkets and stuff like that, and cute stuff that you like, and those are the little ways that you are expressing yourself passionately in ways other than just love for other people. Because you shouldn't just be expressing yourself passionately for love, in your love for other people. Like if we loved life and we loved ourselves and we loved our little hobbies and our stuff as passionately as we did with romantic people, we would have such fuller lives. We would feel so much more free. And that's really what I'm trying to get across to you guys. Like, why do you think that we feel so good whenever we're in romantic relationships with people, or whenever we have crushes on people? It's because we're letting ourselves just express ourselves without limitations. Yes, we have fears. Yes, we're afraid. What if this goes wrong with this person, even with a friend, or what if this friendship goes south? But at the end of the day, we're living in our truest and purest form, which is love, which is literally passionately expressing ourselves through love. Like, and that's literally just so much for coming to my video. And like, don't forget to passionately express yourself every single day. Through every interaction you have, do not hold back. Say what's on your mind. Act what it is that you feel, you know, and just when doing so, you're going to become more in tune with yourself and more in tune with what you really want out of life too when you act like that. So if you're confused in life or something like that and you don't really know where to go and you're kind of feeling stuck, that is a great place to start. Start being passionate in life in more than one area, not just love, not just romantic, not just like sex, and not just like all of these things that society says that this is where we should be passionate and this is where we should love and this is where we can express ourselves. No, society will try to tell you there's not safe places to express yourself authentically, but that is simply not the case. Make a safe space out of everywhere and everything that it is that you do and that you meet to express yourself passionately, because the world is your oyster, so you got to take charge of it. You literally got to take charge of it. So thank you so much, and if you live like that, you'll have less regrets. Bye. Oh, another thing I wanted to add. Girl, I've always wanted to dream my long ass hair. I've always wanted to dream to express myself in this way. I've always wanted to have long curly hair. And guess what, bitch? This is a wig. It's literally a wig. So, and what the fuck did I do? I went and go bought it and put it on, and I've been wearing it, and I've been living authentically as this version of myself. Like, one can call this fake because it's not my hair, but I don't give a fuck because technically it is, and one day it will be. One day it will be this long. So it's like, and that's another thing too. I feel like people who reach their desires and who reach their dream life that we see online all the time, the reason that they got there is because they started passionately expressing themselves. They started being passionate in every single emotion that they were experiencing when it came to their desires to have a wealthy life, to be successful, to be a content creator, to be a business owner, to be in the woods and live in a small house and make all their food from scratch. These people had this desire and they passionately expressed it. They passionately carried it out from the beginning, when there was no money, when there was no resources, when there was no when there was no funding, when they thought there was no time, they made time to passionately express themselves in what they call love, because they loved what they were doing and they loved themselves and they loved the life that they were going to live and the life that they were living, because they knew that in order to get to the life that they wanted, they needed to love and accept themselves for where they were, but knew that they could be better, knew that they could love deeper, express themselves more passionately, so get and reach their desires. So yeah. Okay, anyways, thank you so much for the rant, and yeah.